Yeah, let's turn the microphone on. There you go. How y'all doing? Good morning, everybody. Meteorologist Greg Majeski back with you here on the Weather Nerds YouTube channel here with a severe weather update here for today on your Tuesday, June 17th, 2025. Now, before I get rolling in all the details on this, if you come into this update after the live event, if you can please do me the favor, do me the honor if you can, help out our struggling little weather channel here by considering subscribing to the channel. And if you like what you see with this report, hit that notification bell so you get alerted when we do these updates here. And we also do some live-to-live coverage from time to time as well. But let's get you up to date and up to speed on what you can expect here for today. As we're dealing with some severe weather this morning, got some pretty good thunderstorms here getting ready to come into the Tulsa area right here. And this is just kind of, we'll call this the warm-up act of what's going to come at us later today. We've got some energy that's kind of coming in out of the Rockies, and it's definitely caused an uptick in what's expected for severe weather for today. So I do want to break this all down for you here as far as what you can expect, especially going into the evening hours and then going into tonight. Looks like Kansas is really going to be a big center part of this here for today. So let's go ahead and take a look at the latest here from the Storm Prediction Center. We'll look at the day one outlook here. As we've been upgraded here to a moderate risk, got that red area there looking at the level 4. And then you got that enhanced area here across Kansas. So we've got the pretty good part of Colorado, Kansas, and even a little bit of Missouri kind of getting into this here for today. There will be a tornado component of this for today. So let's go ahead and break this down. And we're going to kind of track where this is going to go for the next 3 days, because this is going to kind of migrate across the country here a little bit. All right. So let's look at your tornado outlook here for today. Again, not overly high, but something I think needs to be watched closely. Right now it's only showing 5%. I'm a little concerned about maybe going up a little bit more than that later today, and I'll show you why here in a second, looking at the latest high-resolution model data. So we're talking about Topeka, we're talking about Kansas City, we're talking about Wichita, Dodge City, everybody in here looking at that 5% risk, the green area looking at that 2% risk, okay? Now, obviously, the big threat here today is going to be the wind threat. Look at the big bullseye there, the big purple area there, 45% there, damaging winds. We're talking in excess of 70-mile-per-hour winds in this area. The red area there, obviously looking at 30%, and the yellow we're down to about 15%. So again, looking like a little bit of a kidney bean there, as I mentioned on yesterday's update, but that's what we're looking like. So it looks like a big bullseye there in the middle of Kansas. And then, of course, the hail threat, that's going to be there as well. Would not shock me to see perhaps up to baseball-sized hail, especially in that red zone there. Wichita, Salina, Dodge City is into the center zone there for the potential for that heavy hail for today. So as we go look at our satellite picture out there for this morning, what we're seeing right now, let me go over to the weather tab here. Here we go. Let's go ahead and take a look at this. We got a couple pieces of energy we're kind of watching here coming out of here. So we got this little piece of energy is causing the energy this morning, and then we got some more back here over toward Colorado and into Wyoming that's going to kind of eject on out here. That's what's going to set off that severe weather here we're going to see for later today once we get the daytime heating. That's going to be a little bit later. So as you look at the current watches and warnings out there right now, still got a little bit of a severe thunderstorm watch there across portions of Oklahoma. Notice we got the flash flood watches up there across Kansas. They've been inundated with a lot of heavy rain, and they're going to get some more, unfortunately. We also still have some watches back over toward Pennsylvania here, over toward Virginia, West Virginia, Kentucky as well. So those are kind of our two little hot zones here for today for that severe weather for this afternoon. So let's go ahead and break this down. I want to show you the different models here. We're going to look at the latest high-resolution model here for the next few hours, and we're going to kind of break this down for you. All right, so let's go ahead and look at that as we're looking at things kind of progressing here forward today. We're going to watch this going out. We got the storms that are currently there. Then we're going to watch this piece of energy back here. It's this right here coming into western Kansas. This is the area we're going to have to watch here for later today. So we're talking about this zone up in here. Hold on one second. Let me get my pen to work here for you. It is grabbing wrongly. We'll fix that real quick. So here we go. All right, so there you see the bullseye right there. And that's what we're going to have to watch here for today. So as we watch this, as I take this forward, you see this kind of explode here as we go toward 5 o'clock. So we get the daytime heating. We really got to watch right in this zone here. So I'm going a little bit closer here to get a better look. And again, you see this energy back here as well. So watch what happens here as we go through. I mean, really kind of explodes between Topeka and Wichita there as we head towards 7 o'clock. And that kind of moves off. Then we get another eruption of storms right behind that. So, I mean, just a 1-2 punch here. Boom, boom, and really going to be very, very explosive. This is going toward midnight. So those nighttime storms are the absolute worst, going through Wichita, and we'll sneak into Oklahoma as well. Northern Oklahoma will get on this, and parts of Missouri will get on this. So that's what we're looking like in this zone. Now, again, I was talking about the tornado threat perhaps going up a little bit. We'll have to watch this closely. This is the updraft helicity run here. And again, it's really elevated there across portions of going in toward eastern portion of Kansas. Now, when I'm looking at this, of course, you see where the current look is here. Look where they've currently got the bullseye here tapped here for you here. Go back over here, and you notice it's a little bit further to the west. So I'm wondering if there's a possibility this may shift a little bit to the east a little bit with that red target zone being in there. So that's just something that I'm going to kind of watch. Let me back this up to the category here. Again, you see where the red zone's over here, and the helicity values are the highest over here. So I'll have to watch and see if they adjust this at all. We'll see if that continues with the high resolution runs. They've been doing a pretty good job here lately. I got to give it kudos for that. So let's go back over here to the model data again. And I want to show you, well, again, go looking at the tornado track here, significant tornado parameters here. And it is also a little bit elevated there across portions of going into the southeastern portions of Kansas. So you see kind of up there going into the evening hours with some of those storms, especially around the Wichita area there. I'm going a little bit closer there. So again, this is where the significant tornado parameter is running pretty high here. So I mean, there's a big bullseye near Wichita. That's over 5. That's very, very significant. There's your little scale up here. So it's pretty high. And you see some areas down here, 4. That's pretty good. That's pretty high in here on the scale. So again, I think the tornado parameter threat might be a little bit higher than what's being reflected. Obviously, we're going to have a tornado watch. There's no doubt that that's coming our way here with that for right now. So again, let me look at the satellite imagery here first. The satellite's been having some issues here lately. The new GOES satellite has been going up and down all day today, and it's back down again. So I can't show you that GOES image. I usually like to show you all the lightning data and stuff like that. So anyway, so that's what we're looking at right now. And then we got to watch this for the next few days ahead. Okay, we got a few days. We got to watch this as well. Let me go back over here to the update here. I'll go back to this. Here we go. And I want to show you what you're going to expect here. This is their day 1 outlook here for today. Again, we also got a little pocket over here near the areas of the mid-Atlantic as well. That area that doesn't need any more rain, they're going to get some more as well. So look at your day 2. This is going to shift a little bit here as we look at your day 2. We got that enhanced area going from Michigan, stretching all the way back down into areas of Montana here. Let me transition this over here. So here's your day 2. And again, you kind of see that right through there. So this is your day 2. This is your day 1. Back this up once again. There's day 1. There's day 2. Kind of shifting off toward the east. You got that slight risk going from Oklahoma back up to Michigan and Ohio as that system begins to push off toward the east. And then day 3, then we're going into the areas of the northeast and stretching back into the areas of North Carolina, even some marginal getting down even into the southeast. So we've got a few days to watch this, folks, with this severe weather kind of tracking off toward the east. But obviously the big hot zone is what we're seeing here for today across the state of Colorado, Kansas, and a little bit of Oklahoma in areas there near Arkansas and into Missouri as well. So again, kind of go back over to the main radar here real quick. As you can see, we got a pretty good hefty line of storms that are coming into the Tulsa area here with some severe weather coming into Broken Arrow, Bartlesville coming here real soon. So let's go ahead and show you that as this will be kind of moving on in here for the next hour or so here for this morning. The areas I'm going to be watching here, and I'll show you my quad chart here, kind of the cities I'm kind of watching here for today. Wichita State, Kansas City, Oklahoma City, Dodge City. Those are the areas that I'm going to be watching here as far as how the storms erupt and get going here. You see a bit of the lightning there in Wichita State here for this morning showing up. So again, those will be the hot spots that I'm kind of watching here for today. And we'll interested to see how the storm reports go here for today as well. Now, for comparison, if you look at what we had yesterday, we actually had a bit of tornado outbreak, especially across Minnesota. We had some 20 tornadoes, about 312 on the damage reports there. And I think will be something similar for today. And I think we might see potentially up to a dozen tornadoes. I think that's possible, especially there across Kansas for today. Similar to what we had up into Minnesota, except this time it'll be further south down into Kansas. So we'll see how that works out here as we go in throughout the afternoon for today. And going into this evening, of course, that's the prime zone when things will kind of get hopping in that zone. So that's what we're looking at for right now. Again, you guys just stay weather prepared, and you folks here off, if you're not in the hot zones for today, obviously we've got to watch this system. As you can see, day 2 progressing off to the east. The tornado risk is going to be there, as well as the wind threat there going into the areas of the mid-Atlantic, the Midwest, and coming into the middle of the country. So we'll have to track that, and then it'll go over to the East Coast. So we got a few days to watch this. So what my plan is for right now is I'm going to kind of watch to see how this plays out here for today. I may do another update here, a live update a little bit later this afternoon for you guys. And if there's been any changes to that, the timing on that. And then obviously we'll do another update for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow I got to go pick up my dad down in Florida. So before I hit the road, I'll make sure I do another morning severe weather update for you guys to keep you guys weather prepared. That's our motto here on the station. Be prepared and not scared, not trying to hype and scare to death. It is, late spring. We're going into summer. Very typical to get these kind of thunderstorms this time of year. Best advice I can give you guys is just be ready and react accordingly should the worst come into your zones. All right, that's y'all's morning update for today. You guys take it easy. If you have any weather-related questions, please post that down below. And again, I do appreciate anybody giving us some subscribes here on our little channel. I do appreciate y'all's help. All right, you guys take it easy. Be good, stay safe, and we'll see you next time. Y'all have a great day. Bye-bye.